Well, hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Jay Eldridge. I'm one of the instructors for the Grommets program. So thank you for joining us with this quick orientation. And we do hope to keep this quick. I'll probably be the only personality you see this evening, although I do have a guest with me sitting to my right, and they'll probably poke their head in and wave at everybody here in a few moments. And with that, we will jump into our preseason orientation. I want to send a quick shout out and a thank you to Jeff Nelson. He's in the background. He's flipping my slide deck for me right now. He's the man with all the power, and I got to keep up to him. So welcome. If this is your very first time Sky Tavern orientation, let's just get caught up. What is Sky Tavern? Who is Sky Tavern? Obviously, we're a junior ski program. That's what we're designed for. All the parents, all the adults, we're all volunteers. Okay. We volunteer at least 2 hours a day, no matter our role, whether we're a certified instructor or we're just, mom or dad bringing up the child to get some training for the day. All right. What are grommets? What we're here for today. Grommets, it's not really a pilot, but it is a new and refreshed program this year designed specifically for snowboarders ages 4 through 7. Very simply put, we have a team of certified instructors to deliver the training to not only the children, also the member instructors, the parents. I have Michael Pelster. He's actually sitting here to my right. That's me in the middle, Jay Eldridge. Got Jeff Nelson behind the scenes. Elizabeth Jones will be joining us as well on the mountain, as well as the Grinch himself, Mr. Sean Whitney. Like all instructors and Sky Tavern members as parents, we're all volunteers. Like I said before, this is not a babysitting program. We're in this together. Like ski programs with the younger skiers, we ask that at least one parent join us with their child. If you have 2 children, we'd love to see 2 of you. If you have 6, that's a massive problem we're going to have to overcome together. There you go. But we all volunteer. We all work together. We developed this new program for the 5 and 6-year-old or 4 and 5-year-old kids, pardon me. We did this specifically within the snowboard program. We felt that the kids needed a little bit more attention, especially the 6 and 7-year-olds. They're not quite ready for the larger classes when it comes to developing on a snowboard itself. So that is where this program came from. And we hope to be able to deliver a much better learning experience through this. Some of the more advanced students, of course, people will ask, well, my 7-year-old, what happens? Are they stuck in this program forever? Not necessarily. Kids can develop and get a range of skills that are far superior to what we are truly working on and developing in these young riders. And we will integrate them with the appropriate classes at the right time. Number one thing, we want the kids learning and we want them to have fun, right? Daily schedule, very quickly here. 8:30, check in, right? So we need to get into the parking lot, geared up, ready to go well before 8:30. 8:45, we want to be ready to ride. Boots on, board in hand, helmet on, gloves on, and checking in, being ready to go to our class signage areas. From 8:55 to 9, the Sky Tavern program will do their program-wide announcements and the Pledge of Allegiance. 9 to 9:05, we will do our own announcements in our Grommets base area. And then after the announcements, we break away with our students. We come back with our students, all our students, between 11 and 11:30. After that, it's free ride. What you're seeing here is an aerial view from the south of the parking lot at Sky Tavern. This is why you want to be here early, okay? Check-in and check-out desk will be in this area circled in red. That's what we call the Aspens. You'll get a better lay of the land when you're first up there if you have not been up to Sky Tavern before. Just ask any one of us and you'll see people with question marks. You can ask them at any time too. They'll point you in the right direction. Thank you, Jeff, for that. Roles for parents, adult members. We need check-in and check-out class organizers. We need help with that. They pretty much stay in the base area just to support the program, whether it's running children to restrooms, etc. Parent instructors, which is most of us, we lead the teaching. Typically, it'll be one-on-one. In some cases, with the higher developed students, we'll break out into maybe 3 to 1, 3 students to 1 parent. That's our goal. as opposed to the regular program, which is usually 6 to way more students than that in a single class. We're focusing more on a one-on-one approach. Class organizers, again, this is where we need our help. This is the backbone of the program, and help with signing in the students, distributing, collecting class progress forms, punching our student cards as far as development, organizing the cards, general backbone. This is our administrative department. Most importantly, you see that bottom right there, Grommets Energy Booster Fuel. We need somebody to help distribute, make sure our kids are energized and having fun. That's where you get to come in and help interact and have a little bit of fun and bring the energy up. And with that, for parents, we do ask that you help provide Costco box of fruit snacks. If you were able to do that once during the season and everybody pitched in like that, we would not run out of fuel for these kids. That would be a great, great help for us. All right, parent instructors, how do I teach snowboarding? Most popular volunteer position is the teaching side. Most common question we get, I don't know how to snowboard, or I don't know how to teach. That's where we come in as certified instructors. We will not only teach you how to teach the kids, we'll teach you how to be a better snowboarder too. All right. Throughout the season, we'll send out overviews of teaching and snowboarding fundamentals, typically videos. We'll take these concepts, apply them on the snow. So again, we get to apply what we learn, and there you go. Parent instructors, though, will guide you along the way. Like I said, be prepared with your own preseason training. Here's a couple of links, and I'd love to see how many people are trying to click the screen right now and it's not working. How families and kids can learn to ride and learning how to snowboard. These will be in your email inbox. Daily feedback forms. Students receive a feedback form at the beginning of the session. It stays with the student. Even if you pass off a student to another instructor, they get their card. It has their name on it. This is how we assess what they're doing throughout the day, what they're working on, where they're excelling. And those forms need to come back at the end of the day so that we can gather all the information, record all the information and be able to hand it off back to the student. This is what goes back with them, their parents. It's a progress report card. Why are they here? What are they doing? This one gives you a good example. We have a couple of acronyms on there, ROM, range of motion, exercise activities that can be practiced on flat ground, i.e. your carpet in your living room, the grass in the front yard, the snow that might be in your front yard here coming up soon. We're going to touch a little bit more on this here in a little bit. However, we want to expose you to these cards. There's a lot of info on there. We'll all work together to make sure that we have a good understanding of what's going on. All right, what are we doing in our lessons? We have limited certified instructors. We work individually with students and parent instructors as well. Most of our success will come from enabling parent instructors and assistants to teach students as certified instructors, guide, assist, and coach. It's a long sentence for saying we're all going to work in this together side by side. We're going to coach you as adults as to how to coach the children, okay? Again, we're here together. These are models that we use to help teach the children. Don't worry about learning all this stuff right now. You'll get this in your email. However, again, techniques that we'll employ different times throughout the season to make sure that we're developing and implementing the best training possible. Level punch cards. Oh, there's more punch cards. There's more cards on the kid than you could ever imagine. One of them actually says their name and we can identify them, which is a pretty good thing. This is where they're at within the program learning overall. Each child should have one of these. As you can see, they'll be punched multiple times within a level. That tells us as certified instructors where we need to possibly focus to help this child progress. Simply put, key note on here, 3C, chairlift certified. That's when they get to ride up the big lift up to the top of the mountain. And in order to pass from that level as certified instructor, not a parent organizer, we would have to actually punch them over to a level 4 after riding with them and assessing them, okay? Again, more on the level punch cards. Getting punched up is always awesome, but more important than getting punched up is simply having fun. That's why we're here. That's why we instruct. That's why we come back every weekend as certified instructors. We get paid the same as you do. So there you go. We come back for the joy of seeing these kids learn such a great sport. We want the kids to progress. Again, we want them to have fun. It needs to be safe. We want to keep our expectations in check. This is snowboarding. You may have heard it's not the easiest thing to pick up for a 4 or 5-year-old or maybe even a 6-year-old. This is true. I want to temper expectations up front as best I can. We are miracle workers. I'm going to proclaim that right now. However, a lot of these individuals, these children, are not going to be able to turn for 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Some of them may not at all. Our goal is to make sure that they want to come back to the mountain every weekend. They're begging you to go back and play in the snow. If we do that, that is a win. Okay. Not all of them, like I said, are going to be able to turn. Not every child's going to get up on the lift, not within our program, at least. That being said, we are going to develop their skills so that you have a solid foundation to build on. And again, they're having fun and they're not getting hurt. Okay. Goes into not every day is a perfect day. If I'm not the one throwing a temper tantrum, it might be little Johnny. It's going to happen. We're in this together as certified instructors. We actually have some training on how to help coach through those situations. This is part of the reason why we hope not to have parents and children paired together. So you should not have your own child. This helps alleviate this. And we also have a tremendous amount of support staff on the mountain. Again, very skillful in navigating those situations and finding that balance, creating fun for the child, re-engaging, getting back into the sport. This is a family environment. We do not want to, as adults, throw tantrums, even though, like I said, you might see me doing it. Hopefully it's in a good way. But we want to have a healthy, fun learning environment for the children. After class, well, here's where we ask for a little bit of help. We come back from that around 11 a.m. time. If you can help us clean up our area, pick up the gear from the grommets area. There's no adult supervision for the grommets. Remember that we're not babysitting. So we need to make sure that there's a meeting spot for you and your kids. And it may be you coming back to get your child from our area, hopefully in a timely manner, like before lunch hour is over. There will be lunch available for purchase in the lodge. You're welcome to bring your own food. It's a little bit quicker that way if you do bring your own. However, all proceeds are actually a donation to the mountain. So every other week, buy a lunch for us, would you? And Jeff is pushing me on. He said I'm going too fast. I'm going to see if he'll bring that last slide up. Other just courtesy items: don't camp out at the picnic tables up on the decks or out in the base area by blocking it with your gear. Be respectful of everybody else. We don't have a lot. We just ask that we share. With the exception of the grommets base area, don't leave our snowboard equipment just laying around in the snow. So make sure it's organized, put up in a safe manner. We're working on making sure we have the right type of stands and stuff for our boards and our equipment. Adult lessons in the afternoon. This is adult lessons for parents from certified instructors. Children are allowed to attend these depending on their skill level. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. And then, of course, free riding if you want in the afternoon. General gear. Mark all your gear with your child's name. You have a snowboard, put a piece of tape on it, put their name on it. Okay? Right in here, put it somewhere here, put it in between the feet, but put a piece of tape, put their name on it so we know it's their gear. Helmets, goggles, you don't need to write their name on unless you do it right across the front. We all get a good laugh out of that. But the helmet, put a sticker, name front and back if you can for us. You'll see I have my helmet on. I have a sticker on my helmet. It says who I am. The kids know who I am. Waterproof gloves, primarily mittens, is preferred for the little ones. You'll see me wearing mittens. Most of my co-instructors will wear mittens. It keeps our fingers way warmer. Please support the parent instructors by mandating these items for your kids, right? If you're not coming up, you're not instructing, please make sure your child has the right equipment coming up. So it allows us to keep our lessons going with fewer distractions. Please come with sunscreen applied if it's going to be a bluebird day. Make sure we have face coverings if it's super windy. And then obviously dress for the weather so that we can down dress if we get too hot. It's really hard to get warm when we don't have enough clothes or clothing to put back on. Let's see, having the right snowboard setup, make or break the student's success. This is absolutely true. You saw me refer to this snowboard right here. And you're going to get a copy of these slides, of course. This is a proper board for a youth. You can see how much flex there is in that board. There is a tremendous amount of twist in the board. You will see the bindings are not pointing straight down at the ground. They're slightly tilted outward. It's about 9 degrees to each side on the snowboard. It's also equipped with 2 wriglet wheels so that we can pull a child from either direction so they can get comfortable going either direction from day one. This takes away that fear. If you're a snowboarder, how do I learn switch? Well, they didn't know the difference. That's your answer. We try to do that from day one, right? So in a quick demo there, oh, my video went away. It's okay. So a very flexible snowboard, like I just demonstrated. This board's about 3 years old, 4 years old. It's a Burton Chiclet. Try not to buy gear that's too big for your child, thinking, hey, they'll grow into it. It's a catastrophe waiting to happen. They will not be able to manipulate the board. They won't have enough weight on them, most likely. Same thing with boots. We don't want their feet, sliding around tremendously in the boots. They need to have really solid contact points when it comes to managing their snowboard. I already touched on it. Grommets and all Sky Tavern snowboarders, they all learn to ride both directions very early in the process of being taught. We started out right at level 1 in all areas of our snowboarding program at Sky Tavern. If you have any questions, of course, reach out to us. I may have mentioned safety before. It is a very, very big thing that we instill on the mountain. We do expect these 10 things on this yellow page to be memorized. I'm kidding, although it will be so ingrained that you won't have a choice. It is our top priority. I was just informed this used to be printed on the back of all your member cards that has your photo on it and your name that you would use to have access to the mountain. That may not be the case. We'll make sure these are available to you, however, but we will fundamentally go through these throughout the lessons starting week 1. And we just make a game out of it and we introduce a new concept every time. Same thing. This is Park Smart. This is for riding through a terrain park where there might be features such as boxes, jumps, rails, and any other obstacles that we can come up with on our mountain. So we always go through this process. Same thing. We'll introduce this when we go into a park. We'll remind the children. We'll remind the adults. We'll yell at the skiers. If you're a skier, you know I'm talking to you right now. And we'll remind everybody again the proper etiquette. By the way, Park Smart, this is some of the stuff that we do within our program. You can see we do have a box. We have a micro feature box. We have a micro jump. Somebody might mention right here, safety. Who's that guy in the background without a helmet? That's me. I got caught on camera even. We do have fun, and this is part of the techniques we use to get these young rippers falling in love with the sport. They're here. Snowboard is notoriously freestyle. We do lean towards that freestyle type of teaching. Preseason training, it starts right now. On the carpet, like I said before, we were talking about those range of motion activities on the progress card. So if Jeff would throw up my video real quick. So that progress card, we had the green range of motion stuff. I don't expect you guys to be able to read that. It's probably backwards. That's what this slide is. There you go, Jeff. Thank you. So doing the practice getting up from your bottom, practice getting up from your knees, strapped into your board. So snowboard boots on, board on the carpet, getting up. Move the coffee table, try to roll over from your bottom to your stomach type of thing. Practice learning how to not fall on their hands. Don't put our hands down to catch ourselves. So from a squatted position, not from a full upright standing position, squatting down close to the ground and falling to a shoulder, etc. Using pillows, blankets, cushions from the couch to have fun with that process. Practice tilting the board on a toe side, so both toes down, going tippy toe. Doing the same thing where you practice lifting both toes up, flexing your ankles, rocking back onto your heels with your toes up in the air. What about leaning all the way over to the right side of the board and touching the tip or the tail, depending on your natural direction? And same thing, go to the left side. Can I lean over? Can I pick the board up off the ground without falling over? How far can I go before I do fall over? So that is what this is going through here. Again, you'll not only get this slideshow here, you'll get videos that are also showing some of these same things as demonstrations to have fun with. Dry land, this is what we affectionately call wetland. Dry land is when we try to get together, typically on snow, although we do have some equipment that would work in a gym setting, where we can get around and practice some of this stuff early on and get an introduction to what it feels like to even glide around on snow. As member instructors, you're going to see the same opportunities be emailed to you, where you can come out and learn with us as certified instructors how we teach, what the process is, what the early levels of teaching are, and again, get accustomed to being on snow through this process. We do ask, of course, review the slide deck. We're going to email it to you after this presentation. Continue playing and practicing on the carpet at home. Continue watching videos from parent instructor slides, and then explore teaching kids how to snowboard resources online. At the end of the day, let's have a ton of fun together and have a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas. Reach out to us with any questions. Give us feedback through the email. I'm trying to get this done in about 20 minutes. I hit 25. We don't want to berate you with this stuff. We just want an introduction. We appreciate your time tonight. Again, Jay Eldridge with the Sky Tavern Grommets. Jeff in the background. I do have Mr. Mike Pelster sitting here over to my side. Over there. There you go. And you can see, yeah, we like to play with snowboards. There you go. Have a great night, everybody. And we look forward to hearing your comments and seeing you on the snow. Bye for now.